Well, good morning, you guys.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR.
How are you guys doing today?
You guys might be wondering where exactly we are today, and I'm going to spill the beans.
Yep.
We're up in the mudroom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got the mudroom. We put in a lot of work yesterday over here.
Yep.
And we got some zipboard on the walls over here.
Yeah, we do. We still have to, cut out all the zipboard and whatnot. But,
for the windows, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like the doorway and everything.
Yep.
And I'll say it, you guys can't see it right now, but at the very top, because we've got two zip boards side to side, kind of going up. But at the very top, there's probably like 2.5 foot wide by, the 8 foot long of zip board that we still have to put at the very tippy top.
Yep.
So it's not fully enclosed yet, but it is pretty darn near enclosed.
Yeah. It's giving us structural integrity to keep on going up.
Yeah.
And make it to where we can start working on the roof.
Yeah. So not only that, but it changes the whole feel out here for me. Yeah. Visual learners, hey, what's up, guys? It feels awesome. Like, it's actually, now that the walls are up, right? And I mean, I felt it before with just the walls up and having the open space, but now with the walls up and it kind of closed in more, at least visually, right? Because of the zip board, it really helps me to feel the definition of this space even that much more. And this is a really good size mudroom. Yeah. It's
going to be a really nice little spot for entryway and make it to where, if we wanted to hang out in here and have our nice morning coffees and whatnot. And, listen to the birds chirping and everything else like that, we can.
Yeah, mostly during the winter months when it's super cold. Because, the back deck is all open, right? Yep. So it would be colder out there than it would be over here. I'm talking like the snowy days and stuff like that when we want to still be seeing nature, but maybe not feeling nature.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
As well as, if in the summertime, when it's like super, super hot.
That's true.
We're going to be able to come in here and enjoy it. And since we do have the windows over here, we can literally open them up. And this area will be AC'd and cooled as well.
Yeah, it's going to be really, really nice. Some folks were wondering if we're going to be doing insulation in here. Yes, we are. We're going to have to do insulation underneath the floor part, so that way the cold and the heat and stuff doesn't escape through the floor. We are going to do it on the walls, although the walls are going to have a lot of windows. But the good thing with the windows that we chose, and the reason why we went with those windows as opposed to like getting the upcycled or like the construction site leftovers and stuff from what was that place called? Jack's. Yeah, Jack's and different places like that. Habitat for Humanity is we wanted not to skimp out on the windows.
Correct.
We had a certain type of window that we were looking for, and we were kind of just hoping that they would have some like that. They have some really great windows there. I'm not going to knock on their products, right, necessarily, but it wasn't exactly what we wanted.
The quantity of this size window, the quantity of this size window, certain things like that made it to where it was like, I don't want to have mixed matched windows instantly.
We had an idea of what we wanted.
But that wasn't something on our to-do list, is have everything, mixed matched one way or another,
Yeah, not for this.
No.
There are other projects and stuff that we have in mind in the future, like a different greenhouse and different things that we want in the future, like when our house is done. And those types of things, we might go with the mismatched and stuff, but not for this mudroom.
No.
Also, the windows that we got are really high energy efficient. So it should not allow too much heat to come in the summer, and it shouldn't allow too much heat to get out in the winter. It should keep this area pretty well temperature maintained.
Yep.
Regardless of the season, even though it's full of windows, it should still be pretty well maintained because of the insulation and because of the windows that we went with. And then also we are going to have the air and heat to be able to come through the windows that we have in the living room.
Yep.
If that makes sense. That's what we were thinking anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it'll all work out, man.
Yeah, it should work out really, really well. It
Yeah.
should be really, really nice.
Yep.
I'm digging it. I mean, it's definitely coming together.
One piece at a time.
One little piece at a time, right?
Yeah.
But it's pretty crazy. It's pretty nutty to me.
Yeah.
Looking at this and looking around, it's just like, man, we're really right there.
Yeah, we're hoofing it, man. We're going to be measuring for the roofing materials in no time.
Yeah.
Our goal is by the end of this week, because we have an abundant week of sunshine. Yesterday we utilized a full day and we got all this stuff done. Today we're going to use some of the day. I do got some other stuff I got to do in the background to run the YouTube channels and stuff, right? But we are going to plan on coming out here and tidying up a little bit more of this stuff. But we have a really good plan on how we're going to work each day. And I really feel like in my gut that by the end of this week, we should be able to be getting the measurements for the roofing. And then we can really solidify our plan on who we're going to go through to purchase all the roofing material and get that ordered.
Yeah.
I'm so excited, guys.
It should be pretty quick. I mean, everything's coming together really nice. I'm really digging how everything's panning out and going together. Yeah. You know, it's pretty crazy to me.
Yeah, we're in a really good season of life right now. We're in a really, really good season of life right now. I really have no complaints. I mean, everybody has complaints, but I really don't have any like major complaints or anything. Everything's going really good.
No.
And even when they're not, they still are. No. You just gotta look for the positive, right? Always stay looking for the positive. Always strive for that. I'm loving the progress. Man, the way that it looks from the front too, it changes the whole feel. Having the zip board up. I'm totally stealing Roxanne's. It changes the whole feel. Give credit to Rox.
Yes. It's nuts though. I'm liking how it all is panning together and going together.
It's gonna look so much cooler too when we do get the roof on it. Because right now, when you're looking out from the front and you're just looking at the building, it has dimension now. Obviously, yes. Like it has the full on rectangle coming off of the building.
No.
But when we get the roof on there and then the roof has the dimension as well, man,
it's gonna start tying everything and it's gonna be super, super nice, man.
Yeah.
I'm digging it. That's for sure.
Yep.
It's pretty crazy, man. It's pretty nuts. I'm still amazed that, you know, me and you with our our 4 hands, you know, we were able to accomplish what we have accomplished out here, you know. It's pretty nuts.
Well, it's never been easy.
No.
But it's always been worth it.
Yes.
You know, it is crazy though, because literally every step of the way we have to do our research and then we have to figure out where we're going to get the materials and what tools we should use and figure out how we're going to stretch the budget and figure out how we can practically do this, right? How it can be practical for us, how we can make our dream go from just an idea and a wish, right, into something that's reality for us. And it's never been easy, but it's always been worth it.
Yep.
And it is hard sometimes, you know, doing all this and learning all of these things and practicing everything, and then while still raising a family, you know, and like starting up a business or doing all this stuff that we're doing. It's never, like I said, it's never been easy. There's lots of different facets to it, but this chapter of our life has been one of the most enjoyable chapters that we've had together. And we've had some pretty good ones. Yeah. You know?
It's been pretty good. It's been pretty crazy to me. It's a give and take on each little bit, you know, but I was surprised. I mean, still to this day, I'm still surprised that, you know, you wanted to do this. Yeah. This is something that I've always dreamt of and always wanted to do, but I didn't realize that you wanted to as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
and that's where it was like, okay, well, shoot, let's do it. Let's figure it out and let's go and do it. Let's go have some fun and create this life, you know?
Well, and the main reason why I think you thought that maybe I wouldn't be on board for it is because of how I am also a creature, although I'm the dreamer, I'm also a creature of order. And I feel very comfortable, like when everything has its place. I don't like, I I don't like chaos and dysfunction. Like, I like my house to be clean. I like schedules. I like routines. And a lot of that has to come back with the way, as a kid, everything was so dysfunctional. There was so complete, utter chaos. It was horrible. And so because of that, in my adult life, I cherish and like, I want so badly for there to be structure and order and routine and stuff because it makes me feel better. And so when things start getting out of it, right, then I start getting like, I start getting all messed up. And I think that you, knowing me so well, were like, oh man, how is she going to deal? Because everything's going to have to be chaos, you know?
For a bit. Yeah.
For a bit. For a bit. And,
Pretty much. That's a good way to look at it right there.
I will say that I've had some really good days and I've had some really bad days where like the chaos will really get to me. And then I've had some really good days where I just fully throw it up to the wind and I'm like, okay, it is what it is. You know, let's just focus on what we can deal with right now. And let's focus on what we can handle right now. And the rest of it will still be there when we're done dealing with what we have to deal with. Yeah. And that's how I got through camp life. That is how I got through camp life. But
you know, the biggest thing is, you know, when you're doing anything like this, if you stress out over the little things or freak out over the little things or anything else like that, you're going to have a really bad time when something big actually is going on.
Yeah.
So you got to just roll with it and take things as it comes and try to overcome them as best as you can. Because if you don't try to have that mindset of overcoming it and just, you know, anything else like that, it's going to make it hard on everything.
Yeah.
And it's something that, you know, you've done really, really well on this journey with. I'm not going to lie.
Well, thanks, babe.
It's, it is something, though, that is a big, big, big part of it. It's, you can't sit there and beat yourself up because you're dealing with a situation that arose out of nowhere and now you're having to, you know, deal with that one thing versus your plan. Yeah. Today's going to be a good one, though.
Today is going to be a good one. And I want to thank you guys for going over and watching our video I posted yesterday on Simple Life Reclaimed. It was a little different for Simple Life, I'm not going to lie, but it's not something that, you know, folks over here on Real Talk haven't necessarily seen before. I don't think that we've taken anybody to the very far back of the property yet.
That was the first time that Mel's ever walked that far back.
Yeah, and I don't think Gary's ever like brought home footage from being like that far back. You played back there many times.
Oh, I've played back there a lot the last few months, but it's just been recently that I've been going back there. Yeah. And it's mainly because, you know, it's fall.
Yeah.
And I can walk through the forest without being attacked by vines every 5 seconds.
Ducking and dodging. No!
It's still a little ducking and dodging and whatnot, but you know, it's not as bad as it is in the springtime or in the summertime.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful back there.
It is. It's gorgeous back there. I love the rocks, the green rocks, right? And the love experts. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot out there, man.
But yeah, if you guys missed the video and you want to go exploring with us out on the back of the 41.36 and see some really cool views, I did post a video on Simple Life Reclaimed yesterday. So thank you in advance to everybody that checked it out and watched it. I think it turned out to be a really good video and definitely one that I will cherish looking back at, spending some good quality time with you.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah.
That was a really, really good time.
It was a very good time. I really needed it too. Yeah. My brain gets so tangled up in knots sometimes, and I don't know which way I'm coming or going. I don't know whether I want to be like extremely happy or extremely going crazy or like, I don't know. My brain goes back and forth sometimes. And I think you could kind of like sense that. And you were like, Mel, let's go out and go for a walk.
Pretty much.
And it was a great time. It was a great day. That's like a country date. Oh. You know what I mean? It's kind of like how, what do you guys do to spend quality time together? Oh, you know, walk in the woods. Talk about stuff. Go explore.
Pretty much.
You know, go find hidden treasures in the forest. But it was a great time. I'm very thankful that you guys came and joined in with us. It was a very, very, very good day. We do have some footage. I'm gonna try to work and put out showing you guys all this stuff that we've got going on here with the build. No. For the next little while, what you guys have to look forward to is a lot of let's finish this mudroom. We're really trying to crank up the heat on this and get it while the getting's good. We've got several days of beautiful, abundant sunshine and bright blue skies. And so that means that it's time, because you never know. Like, first off, we live in Arkansas and you never know what the weather's going to give you. Secondly, this season right now, we have, sometimes it's going to be abundant sunshine, like what we got on the schedule. Other times it's going to be solid rain for a week. And so since we have the beautiful sunshine,
we're going to try to get as much done as possible.
Yeah.
And of course, woke up today and it's calling for a little bit of rain. We'll see if it actually rains.
It's calling for it, but it's calling for like 0.2%, which is like less than a quarter of an inch.
No.
If it rains.
No.
So we're just going to pretend that we didn't see that, because yesterday it was calling for like nothing, but we're just going to pretend we didn't see that.
Pretty much.
We're just going to keep going forward with what we got to do.
I have a feeling that it might sprinkle a little, but that's about it.
Yeah. And we'll see. Next few parts that we have to do is
the roof. We got to start getting all the main beams up so we can start actually setting out the posts for out there over the deck area, and get it ready for some rafters.
Yay!
So
it's exciting, guys.
We're right there. It's still nuts to me.
Are we gonna need to call real quick? Sorry, squirrel. Are we gonna need to call Doug and see about getting that 6x6?
Yeah, that's gonna be something I'm gonna try to do today.
Okay.
I have to get some measurements now that we've got the double top plate in. I can fully make sure that it's good one way or another, and we should be able to get that thing rocking and rolling.
Heck yeah, man! I'm so excited. We're getting so close, friends.
It's getting there.
So close. Our year-end goal, again, for the billionth time, I almost say this every day, is us getting metal on the building for our whole cabin build, right? We want metal on the building of the back deck, the whole cabin, this mudroom area. And if we can achieve that goal of having metal on our building this year, then we're going to chop it up to what a fabulous year, what a way to end it, And I really feel like we're going to get that, because we're so close, man. We're going to be ordering the metal in no time.
Yeah, it's right around the corner.
I got to start thinking about what color I want the metal to be on the roof.
Yep.
Yeah, tinfoil hat wearer. Should I go with blue? Should I go with like a beautiful rusty, what is it called? Gunmetal? It's like a bronze, I think is like a color.
All right.
That I was thinking of. They also have a really pretty like muted silver type of look, where it's like silver but it's not shiny. It's like matte silver. I've seen those too. Could also go with green, but Gary's like, nah, on the green. I've mentioned it to him a bunch of times, and he's
I
like,
like
nah.
green, but the problem is the heat.
Yeah.
That's where I want something that is going to reflect the heat and reflect a lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And green, black, and there's another color. I'm having a brain fart. It's still early, you guys. But those two colors in particularly, they absorb the most heat and hold the most heat. So that's where it's like, what do I want exactly in that aspect? But they do make specific paint that they put on top of the metal and everything else that will actually be reflected for heat and for everything else. So I'm not saying no, but I'm also saying I want to look into it more.
Well, I would be open to hearing your guys' suggestions. Drop it down in the comments section. What color do you think we should go with? Knowing that the exterior of our cabin is going to be a medium brown wood color, because I am going to be staining and getting the exterior of the cabin is going to look like a log cabin.
Correct.
That's what we want. It's going to be logs. It's going to be wood. It's going to be very beautiful, and I'd like it to be a medium
brown. A lot lighter than this.
lighter than this, but darker than this.
Why we did stain these, we wanted to play around a little and see.
Kind of get an idea, get a feel.
And look at it and be like, no, not that color.
So it'll be lighter than that, lighter than that, but darker than that. So somewhere in the middle is what we would like. So maybe if you have that in mind, maybe you guys can throw some good suggestions our way. But again, Gary's very high on the important list is heat radiating away.
Correct.
Going away.
I want the heat to be going away. I don't want it to be absorbing as much. I want to make it to where it's...
well, it keeps the temperature controlled because it'll keep the heat away during the summertime, but it'll lock the heat in.
Correct. Where it's not going to... Correct. The oil canning and, the contracting and extracting and whatnot of the heating and expanding of the metal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And a lot of that is going to be helped out too with the insulation that we use, which we're going to go with rock wool again.
Correct. We're going to be going through, the attic is going to be well insulated. Our cabin is not going to be cold.
No.
There ain't no way around it. I'm just saying. I'm going to go a little nutty in there like I've always been, but
You don't say.
It is what it is, all right? I want it to be good.
It's all good, man. It's all good. But we got big plans for today, so we're going to have to get to stepping and get moving on it. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and watching today's episode of Real Talk with SLR. Subscribe if you guys haven't yet subscribed. Tell all your friends, post it to all of your social medias. We really appreciate you guys doing that. And keep in communication with us. Drop down your comments, questions, concerns. We'll usually bring it up in a Real Talk episode, or sometimes we'll answer in the comment section. Either way, by you guys even just leaving a little smiley emoji or something, it really, really helps our channel to grow, and it helps push us out in the algorithm, the almighty algorithm, which is a magical thing that nobody really fully understands. But I do understand that the more you guys comment and the better off our videos will do in terms of views and stuff. So if you guys want to help us out, that's one way you guys can do it. I want to thank you guys so much in advance for all the love, support, kindness, interaction that you guys have given to us throughout the years. And that's about it. So we're going to wrap this one up. Catch you guys on a new episode of Simple Life Reclaimed here really soon. And we'll be back with another episode of Real Talk with SLR tomorrow. So until the next one, friends, we love y'all and we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.